let's see, we've got a comment. Tovin, I've been diagnosed with cataracts. I really don't feel comfortable with surgery. What natural therapy or herbs I can use to improve my condition? I currently can't see with my left eye. Well, Tovin, unfortunately, I don't know. I actually have, it's funny. This is my transparency. Okay. With me, you're going to get honesty, transparency. I actually have cataracts in my left eye as well. I've been doing herbs, doing my treatments that we provide for our patients in our clinic. I have not been able to reverse my cataracts. Eventually, I will have to get that surgery, the cataract surgery as well. Okay. I can still see through my left eye. But eventually, and I haven't stopped trying to treat my cataracts, but I have not been successful in reversing it. Okay. And I have not found anybody who knows how to reverse it naturally. Okay. So unfortunately, I can't help you. But if I do figure it out, I will announce it on this channel. Okay. All right. Since nobody has any other elements, I'm going to end with one analogy what I saw on YouTube. So imagine this goes back to why, everybody's like, oh, I don't want to, if I do the right thing, I eat right, I exercise, it doesn't guarantee that I'm going to be healthy. So I'm going to eat whatever I want. I'm not going to exercise. Okay. I don't really care. Okay. This is for you. So I saw a YouTube video. Imagine this cup. Hold this cup. If I hold this cup like this, right? If I hold it for 1 minute, it's not heavy. I can hold it for 1 minute, right? If I hold this cup for 5 minutes, I can still hold it. But as it gets to 30 minutes, as it gets to an hour, this cup becomes heavier and heavier. And I'm not adding anything into this cup. The cup is exactly the same, right? I'm not adding anything to it. And I'm not removing anything from it. It actually has, I don't know if I can show you, it has some tea, okay? But I'm not going to add any more tea to it. I'm just going to hold it. After 2 hours, maybe even 5 hours, this cup becomes so heavy, I will not be able to hold it anymore. But the cup didn't change. I didn't add anything. I didn't remove anything from it. It didn't change. It's the same cup, but it became so heavy, I was not able I will not be able to hold it in 5 hours. So the video was showing that this is when you hold on to anything, you hold on to your bad habits, you hold on to your anger, you hold on to your anxiety, right? You hold on to that anxiety. You don't let it go, right? It becomes so heavy, it burdens you. It burdens your life. It burdens your mind, right? Nobody's adding more stress to you, right? You're just holding on to the same stress. So this is the analogy was that when you hold on to these bad habits, it becomes a burden. That's what kills you. You can have no other bad habits, the same bad habits, the same cup. I'm not adding any weight to the cup, but over 5 hours, after 5 years of holding on to the same stress, same habits, not letting go, not throwing it away, it becomes such heavy burden that it weighs you down. Same with your health. Yes, doing healthy habits doesn't guarantee that you'll be healthy. But if you keep on these bad habits over years and years, it becomes such a burden that it kills you. Literally, it kills your physical health. Okay. All right. So Toyin. I also have acid reflux. Acid reflux, yeah. A common problem. Acid reflux is a digestive issue problem. Most people think it's just a stomach issue problem. It's not. But here's the I'll share with you how to solve it with the stomach issue. You need to test. You need to see if your acid reflux is due to too much acid or not enough acid. A few hours after a meal. Yeah, so if it's you need to, here's the thing. Get some apple cider vinegar. It has to be a fermented vinegar, okay? It has to be fermented vinegar. So apple cider vinegar is the best to test. Get a shot of it When you have that burning sensation, that acid come up, take a shot of the apple cider vinegar and see if it makes your apple cider vinegar worse or does it make it better. If it makes it worse, you do have too much acid. If it makes it better, then the cause of one of the causes of your acid reflux is you don't have enough acid. Okay. I would say 70, 80% of the patients that come to our clinic who have acid reflux, they have acid reflux because they have low acid, not enough acid. Okay, so do that test first. So here's some QRA. This is not acupressure. This is QRA. Remember, acupressure is completely different. Acupressure is, oh, what point is that? QRA, quick restorative acupressure, there ain't no points. So your stomach level, if you go to your ribs, and you hit your ribs in the center of your ribs, your stomach is typically right about there. So if my stomach is right about here, I'm going to draw a line to the side of my arm. Okay. Draw a line to the side. Here, my stomach's right here. I'm going to draw a line to the side of my arm. So it's about right. It's about this area, elbow area. Really, you can go between here and here. You're going to find tender spots, right? Here and here. So when you have, and find those tender spots. So you after you eat, you can do this after you eat and before the acid even comes up. So what you're going to do is you're going to just find the tender spot and push down for 10 seconds. Rub it for 10 seconds. Okay. And see if you actually even get the acid reflux anymore. When you do have an acid reflux, you can do this as well. Okay. And this will tell you if this is the right point. Because when patients come into our clinic, they are feeling that burning sensation. We will put at the acupuncture pins in this area, we will find that tender spot, put it in the right location, and their acid reflux immediately starts to go down. So you're going to use your finger instead. Don't use a needle. Okay. You use your finger instead, and your acid reflux should start to decrease. It may not go away 100%, but it should start to decrease. If this arm doesn't work, you got this arm. Okay. All right. Got about 7 more minutes. Y'all are asking more questions now. Good. Let's see what's the next one. Tish, is there something you can do for postnasal drip and a random cough? Postnasal drip is an allergy problem. So I've done quite a few QRA lives about allergy. I highly recommend you go back and watch. I think one of them I did was sinus pressure, right? So for the postnasal drip, you have an allergy problem. You are allergic to something. And I'm not saying this about you, but I'm saying about some patients that have come to our clinic and they say, I don't have any allergies. You do have, I'm 100% positive you have an allergy if you have postnasal drip, okay? Because that is your body's natural immune system reaction. When it detects something that is foreign, it automatically secretes mucus. So that is an immune system problem. So the root cause of that problem is not in your postnasals. The root cause of the problem is in your immune system, which is your digestive system. So you need to fix your digestive system. Start off by eating some fermented foods. Okay, fermented foods. Also, I did a short, right, on digestion. There is a nerve connected to this side of your index finger. So my index finger, the side of it, there's a nerve connected to the index finger that goes up the arm, okay? That nerve is connected to your large intestine, which is your intestines, which is part of your immune system. You can go like this every day, right? You can do the shimmy every day, right? To stimulate the nerves in your large intestine. You can also push on it, right? Push on it and find the tender spots. Same thing. Or you can do the shimmy every day. Okay. Let's see. Usually class. What can you eat if you have a mass? 27 centimeters from incisors to gastric body and diagnose esophagus cancer. Ooh, that's a tough one, Kat. So, what can you eat? If you have esophageal cancer and you have a mass there, yeah, it's going to be painful to eat because every time you swallow, you you're going to have to do, you can do smoothies, vegetable smoothies. Vegetable smoothies first, more than fruit smoothies, right? Fruits still have sugar. You need alkaline foods. Alkaline foods are the only foods that um, decrease acidity. Cancer loves acidity. The more acid your body is, and you can tell, you can get some pH strips and you can just dip it in your saliva, or you can urinate it. Like you put urinate into a cup and put these little pH strips into the cup, and you will be able to see how acidic your body is. Chances are that it's acidic. Okay. So you need to eat alkaline foods. The only alkaline foods are vegetables, specifically green vegetables. And the best vegetables for you to eat, you can put it in a blender and blend it, right? The best vegetables are cruciferous vegetables. Uh, Broccoli, cauliflower, baby bok choy, Brussels sprouts, um, um, I think, yeah, that category, right? Blend it in a smoothie. You can put a little fruits. I wouldn't put too much fruits, but I would put fruits that esophageal. So esophageal, I would say the hardness. I would say, depends on your blood sugar as well. I would check your A1C to see how high your blood sugar, because I was thinking like pineapple. Pineapple has a lot of sugar though, but pineapple has bromelain, an enzyme that helps with digestion, right? You need lots of enzymes as well. So we're going to search for dry chapped lips. Okay, good. But yeah, enzymes. So I would do fruits. I would do not fruits, but vegetable smoothies, and I would do at least 3 a day. Vegetable smoothies 3 a day. Yes, a glass of vegetable smoothies 3 a day. I would do it whenever you. I would do it for at least 3 months, or whenever you get your next checkup. It won't help immediately. If you do it for one day, it ain't gonna help. You do it for 1 week, it ain't gonna help. For 4 weeks, it ain't gonna help. You need to do it for at least 3 months, maybe even 6 months. Okay. Of vegetable smoothies. Vegetable, not fruit smoothies. Okay. You can add a little fruit to sweeten it, but no fruit juice. It has to be blended. Not mango and banana. They're too high in sugar. Okay. All right. I get the point for the acid reflux. Oh, the acid reflux. Acid reflux is here. It's my stomach. Draw a line. It's not a point. It's an area. This whole area from here to here, you just push all around. It's not a point. And it's different for everybody. This is what I'm saying. This is not acupressure. It is different for everybody. What is sensitive on you for acid reflux may be completely different for someone else. This point may be sensitive for you, but for someone else, it's up here. For someone else, it's in here. It's in here, right? It is not a point. QRA is not a point. You got to press to find the most tender spot. It's a tender spot. Like my tender spot's right here. So if I had acid reflux, I would push here, but your tender spot may be here. Complete opposite. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. That's it for today. If you want me to continue to do these, I need you to comment below that you want me to continue to do these QRA lives. If nobody shows up and nobody comments and nobody asks questions, then I'll stop doing these, right? I'm doing this for the benefit of the public, of the world, so that people who can't come to our clinic can get access to the information that we have, and also for me to pay it forward to help others. I do this for free. I'm not charging you anything. And so it's my way to pay it forward. But if people don't want my help, then I won't offer it. Okay. So make sure you comment below to make sure that you want me to do this. I will read the comments, and if I see enough comments to tell me that you want me to continue this, then I will see you again next Sunday. Okay, this is Taiwan time, 6 a.m. Taiwan time, 6 a.m. or 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. 5 p.m. Central Standard Time every